guys, it's about 3:30 in the morning. Can't sleep, so I thought I would do a quick video about something that's been on my mind. If you hear cat noises in the background, don't mind that. We just got a new kitten, and her and the boys are exploring each other through the door. There's a door between them, and they're making noise at each other. So, yeah. Enjoy that. I had a conversation with a friend the other day, and she's going through actually quite a bit of stuff. And we talked about her saying, "I can't do this." And that's what I want to talk about today, because I find that we say that a lot. And I get it. Stress is valid. It doesn't matter if you're a mom or if you're a teen or anyone really, age, race, gender, life situation. We all go through intense periods of stress. And, sorry, you heard my Maine Coon again. I want to preface this with the, the disclaimer. That's what it is. I am not a mental health professional. I never claim to be. I am literally someone just going through this all with you at the same time. And this is just stuff that has helped me out. And whenever I've done these kind of videos before, you guys have really responded well, so I want to give you a few more of my thoughts. Pardon my glare, too. I am looking at my notes right here because there's a lot of stuff and I don't want to miss talking about it. But first, I just want you to know that your feelings are valid. Life is heavy at times. And at times, though, we're not exactly sure what to do. So there's a few different things that have helped me. And the first one is, it sounds cliche, but it helps. Take a deep breath, inhale, hold it for a few seconds, exhale. There's quite a bit of deep breathing, either apps or videos, podcasts that you can look up to help you with that. So whatever works for you, just get yourself back to being a little bit calmer, which I know is really hard because I go through it too. Repeat this until you're feeling a little bit better. You can get in a mindset that you can just look at the different things going on. Next, I just want you to get a piece of paper and write down everything that's on your mind. Just like brain dump it. I don't care if it's a list or if it's a mind map with like the little circles and the lines connecting the different thoughts. The key is to get everything down that is on your mind. Just get it to where you're looking at everything on the paper. And then I want you to realize after that, some of these things you're not going to be able to change. And it just may be a weird or a hard life moment. It may be someone's actions towards you or a situation you're in. There's two things that I had to learn, and I'm still learning it. One, you cannot control life's natural direction. And two, you can't control the way someone else acts, thinks, feels, or speaks. And that has been one of the hardest things for me. Not that I'm a control freak, but just, I tend to get so... She has the 3 a.m. zoomies right now, so that's what you're hearing if you hear anything. But I tend to get so caught up in, what can I do to help either sway this person or make things better so it's less stressful. And there's sometimes that you just can't. And that's okay. It's hard, but there's things that you can do. And that's what I want you to do next, is look, maybe make a note of all the stuff you know for a fact you can't change. So after you've done that, look at the stuff that you can do. Figure out what are some steps that you can take to alleviate some of your stress. If it's bills, because I know a lot of us are struggling with finances. See maybe if there is something online where they can help you in the community with bills, things like that. Don't mind my henna. But see if there's things that'll help you with bills. Because I know here there's quite a few churches or programs where they'll help you with finances if you're in a tight pinch and you can provide proof. If it's a huge cleaning job that's stressing you out, because it's been proven that clutter can cause stress. And I completely get it too, with that being a huge stressor. Get a game plan down, or write out your steps, look out resources. There's actually an amazing YouTube channel where anybody who knows me knows I love this. It's called Clean My Space, and they are amazing. Excuse me. And they have actually helped me out so much with my own cleaning that in turn it's affected my mental health. And they've helped me. I will link that in the comments below. If it's something dealing with your kids, there are resources online and in your community to help with figuring out your issues. The point is, no matter what you're going through, there's honestly help out there. It gets better. It really does. And I know that sounds cliche. There's times I don't want to hear it. But it really does get better. And I want you to hang in for that. Okay? This isn't something that I'm preaching at you. I'm not trying to throw out any cliche inspirational bullshit, because I hate cliche inspirational bullshit. But this is something I still struggle with. But you have a success rate of surviving all of your days so far, and I think that's pretty empowering. That helps me out quite a bit. Second thing I want to talk about. Take things one little bit at a time. There is a really weird saying out there that says, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. And I find that saying to be very odd, just because I don't look at an elephant and think that's what I want for my next dinner. But anyways, excuse me. Throat tickle. While it's an odd saying, it also has a lot of truth in it. We tend to look at life as a whole. And while we do this, we can really feel the weight of everything that's going on, and that'll sink you. And that'll just add to the stress that's going on. So, the best way to deal with stress is to section it off. Realize that you cannot realistically or healthily take on everything at once. Take it little by little, minute by minute, or 5 minutes by 5 minutes at a time. And along that is the third line. Realize that even small progress is progress. I want to reach out to those with depression in the next examples. This is something I heard recently and it blew my mind. Like, but at the same time, it made a lot of sense. Small progress is still progress. Small victories are still victories. If you're unable to crawl out of bed, can you at least sit up and maybe do some writing or engage yourself? Get on your laptop, do something. If you find yourself unable to shower due to depression, because let's face it, some of us have been there and that is a very real struggle, a very valid struggle. Can you at least change your clothes? If you're unable to eat, can you at least maybe eat a cracker or something like that? Small progress is still progress. You know, you might not have been able to do what everybody thinks you should do, but you've still done something, and that in and of itself is very empowering. And the same way goes for, you know, cleaning, paying off a bill, you know, little by little. I'm talking about like that college debt, that credit card debt. Little by little, paying off is still paying off. Progress is still progress. Doing exercise, if you get out and you walk for 5 minutes, that is 5 minutes you didn't do before. You're engaging yourself, and that is something to be beyond proud of. Fourth thing, redefine your goals if you need to. Realize that realistically, you may not be able to do everything you originally set out to do. You might not be able to make your original goal or the way that you pictured things, but you can always, always set new standards and try to meet those. And there is no shame in that. There is beauty and peace in reevaluating your own situation and setting new goals. One of the other YouTubers I watch, Thomas Frank, I don't know what video he talks about it with, but I'll link his channel below. He talks about with your GPA, if you're a student, maybe you had set out for a 4.0 GPA. Things happened, you got behind. What you can do is then set out to redefine your goal. Oh, I can't make a 4.0. Would I be happy with a 3.5? Or, you know, insert any number that applies to you. Because I know for a fact I'm not that good in school to get a 4.0. C's still get degrees. You know, not to knock anyone who does really well in school. Good job. I'm proud. But lastly, I want you to realize one thing. This is my last point. No matter how you feel, you're still valid. You haven't lost. It's not a bad thing to realize you can't do something. And I feel like we as a society have set ourselves up for failure because we're very much evolved into a do all of the things at all of the times society. Because you'll see like the super moms who can do everything, or the teens that maybe took on all the extracurricular activities, the all-stars, and they're the ones being put up on the pedestals. And, you know, it's impressive. It really is. But this is not something that is for everyone. And the way to bring it back to what I was talking about in the beginning with the I can't do this, don't think you have to do everything. You were not designed for a heavy load of stress. In my opinion, heavy loads were designed for industrial washing machines and the dump trucks you see out and about at construction sites, not for people. There's a scene in Moana that I absolutely love. I just talked about this on my Facebook the other day. She's talking with her grandma, and she essentially tells her that she couldn't do what she set out to do. And not once did the grandma chide her or judge her for not doing what she set out to do. She recognized that Moana had hit her limit, and she told her do what she felt she needed to do. And that is sometimes the most important thing ever. You might not have set out to do things that you wanted to do, but it's okay to say, I've hit my limit. I'm not going to spoil the rest of the scene, but, you know, in true Disney fashion, it works out in this amazingly beautiful way. I'm not going to lie, I cried. I may still cry, but, you know, we're the same way as in that scene. There's sometimes that we need to recognize we've hit our limit. And there is no shame in saying, I can't do this particular thing. You know, you gave it your best shot. You know, how do I want to say this? You're going to know what you're capable of and what you're not capable of, okay? So, should we try to push for better? Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Should we try to define our limits and then see how we can exceed or defy them? Again, absolutely. But there is nothing wrong with knowing you have hit your limit with life or with a certain area. It is healthier to realize that you have hit that limit and to redefine your goals rather than tell you that you are not enough or you fail. I don't know what situation that you're facing. I don't know any other details that you can, you know, come up with. Oh, you don't know this, that. You're right, I don't. But I know that life has a lot of crazy struggles. We may not be able to handle it all, but we can take this on little by little and try to manage this so that the weight of the world isn't on our shoulders. I know that it's been quite a long video. I don't usually go this long, but this was heavy for me, and it's been something that's been on my mind. So if you've made it to the end of this video and you've liked it, press that little like button down there and share the video on your favorite social media platform. I'm not looking to, you know, go viral or anything. I just really want to help people who I think need to hear this, because I need to hear this quite a bit. Mental health and this I can't do this feeling needs talked about way more. It needs destigmatized. People need to realize they're not alone. If you have any idea of what I could talk about in upcoming videos, leave me a comment down below. Or just say hi. I love comments. I will work on interacting with you all because I appreciate all the input. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for the next video. I'm not sure when it's coming, but it'll come. Stay safe and stay well. Love you guys.